Couldn't tell you much about the day that goddamn fog rolled in. I remember seeing it out in the bay, thick and dark, like pea soup. I went outside for a look-see, and then everything went black. I woke up the next morning back in my trailer, splitting headache, like shop things were crawling around inside my brain. Tango barking like crazy, and Cash staring at the door like something spooked him good out there. Something big and stinky. The fog took the whole town, or most of it, replaced them with Smurfs and Frankensteins. Now I call them Frankensteins on account of the movies, see? Dead men walking, get it? And the Smurfs, big blue bastards with spikes and claws, and those walking brains running the whole fucking freak show. Jeez, not that it made much of a difference around here. Town was filled with vermin and whores and devil worshippers long before that fog rolled in. Sure, you got your survivors back at the sheriff's office. That Bannerman lady, Andy, and that big guy, the outsider with the bike. What's his name? Elk? Deer? Gives a shit. Then there's Hawthorne, the pastor. That's not a man you should trust, let me tell you that. He's got Skeletors in his wardrobe. I'm telling you the truth. And that gypsy fortune teller, if she's still alive, the harlot, never slept with me. Slept with half the town, though, including the shrink, sheriff's husband, Bannerman. Hell, as for Norma, she's all right, but I feel a whole lot safer out here alone with my hounds. It's not the first time we've had an incident around these parts now. I've seen things, bad things, slimy things, things with 100 sharp teeth, 1,000 black eyes, and terrible thoughts that chew and claw their way into your brain, so that it hurts like a motherfucker, and makes your nose bleed, and gives you terrible nightmares. And they stay there. They never, ever leave you. I'm a genuine local. Grew up right here on Solomon Island, just south of town, at the Overlook Motel. Used to be nice down there. Red oaks in the forest, beautiful ocean view. Place all boarded up these days. Been that way since those guests just up and vanished. And those lights and knocking sounds at night. Screams. Word of mouth got round. People stopped coming. And we had to shut down. Now that whole business at the motel started when the Englishman disappeared. Never saw the man again. Left all his luggage and everything. Didn't even pay up. Wicker, I think his name was. I think it was Wicker. Yeah, his room smelled like cigarettes and booze and sulfur and English stuff, And there was this sticky black stuff all over. I remember because I had to clean it up afterwards. By that point, my mama had had enough. What with Pa dying and all. And then Henry and Tom Dexter. So she left for Florida, said I had to fend for my own from now on. At least I had the scrapyard. Been running that ever since. Everyone always told me I'd never amount to much. Everyone except my mama and Tom. Tom Dexter's his name. Now he believed in me. Tom always believed in me. Then he died. And I had nothing. Nothing but his memories inside my brain. And the yard. Of course I had the yard and my dogs. And my projects. I always got my projects. Those fuckers back in town. They'll be howling a different tune when they watch me ride out of here. Waving my handkerchief. Blowing exhaust up their tight assholes. Fuck you! They're gonna be sorry for treating me the way they did. Calling me a retard. And bad-mouthing my mama. God bless her soul. They're gonna pay for what happened to Tom Dexter, I'll tell you that too. I swear on my life. I got a list for my bus. It's a short list for a short bus. God damn, I'm funny. It's got me on top, of course. Then my dogs. Norma, Mrs. Creed, she's on there. Andy, if he asks nicely with politeness. The widow Franklin, she's welcome to have a seat. And the Indian fella, Red. Yeah, maybe him too. And the rest of them, devil worshippers, whores, liars, and cheaters, they can watch the rest of us roll out of here, over the bridge and through the fog. They can rot in here until the day of judgment, until the day Exodus. Jesus Christ, do I look like a college professor? I ain't got no fancy words. All my genius is in my hands. Frankly, they got neither the time nor patience to be splaining shit to you. Just don't give up, do you? Look, quantum motors is just motors, except you don't see the motor. You following? Gotta shut your eyes and focus on the sub and tonics of things. You see the itty-bitties. They go in one end, then gazillions of tiny little gears start grinding up against each other, and then poof, you get these bitty titties shooting out the other end.